I don't want to go into senior year just based on online stuff. It's really stupid. Like, why do I have to continue being on this internet the whole time where I'm more of a hands on person? So I'd rather just hopefully this whole thing dies down so we can go back and have a regular rest of our high school careers. Because I don't want to be like class of 2020. I feel really bad for them. Like, they did not deserve none of that. They probably have to have their prom and their graduation online. Nobody wants to do that.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Vallejo Online Talks. My name is Monica, and I am joined with these beautiful, wonderful people. And today's topic of discussion is distance learning and our thoughts as students. First of all, how's it going for you guys?
It's going good. It could be better though. Honestly, online school is pretty hard for me, but that's just me. It's kind of hard to navigate using my phone, but it should be. People would think it would be easier, but I don't know. It's kind of hard for me to navigate and keep track on every Zoom meeting and stuff like that.
I feel like for me, my opinion is actually really easy because all of my work is on my phone, and I could actually do like the work on my own pace, and like some work is not even due until like a couple days after, so like I can have time to actually think about the work to what I'm about to do, and I could just like ask for help from like my friends. Still, I could just text them, or I could just ask like my parents to help me out if I have troubles or anything. So I feel like for me it's really easy, and it's actually pretty good because I could also email my teacher because they're all on Google Classroom, so I could just text them through there.
Honestly, it's been the same as Edgar. I've been able to talk to every teacher so far, so that's been really nice. And I think every assignment I've gotten so far, we have a week or so to finish all of them. So, I mean, half the time I wait till Friday, but that's just me and my procrastination anyways.
So easy assignments, just easy assignments, but it gets racked up towards the end of the week with a lot of easy assignments that just end up becoming time consuming, which is the problem. You fall behind with what you're supposed to do in class. You have a very hard time afterwards trying to make it up. Yeah, so it's all right.
Combo or Jaime? Anyone?
I still don't like it. There's nothing that's changed. I know I'm ready to go back to school. That's it.
I'd say it's okay because if we like kind of like how David said, if we fall behind work during class time, it's kind of hard to make up for it, and then we kind of get a lot of work stacked on top of each other, so it's kind of hard to get all of it done by the end of the week or by the due date.
So, recently there's been a lot of talk of automatically passing every student. I know that San Francisco was thinking about it, and other states have like considered the idea of automatically passing every student. Do you guys think that's fair? Or
I think personally, because I've had this talk with my mom a lot recently, because there's been a lot of different ways school districts have been doing it. I see like the plus and minuses of it, because I'm personally a student. I keep straight A's and a B every once in a while. So, but I'm also in AP classes, and I know a lot of places are going to everyone just gets a straight 4.0. But if you have those straight A's and you're in APs, that's technically bringing down your overall GPA, which a lot of students use that as a way for colleges to look at them. And then if you also give the straight pass, then that can mess up class rank, which colleges can look at. And like I see also just passing everyone because not everyone has the same opportunities and can have the same resources as everyone too. And in a perfect world, we all would, but it's not a perfect world, and we can't all get that, even though it is offered sometimes. So, I mean, I personally lean more towards not doing the straight pass. I know what we're doing right now is you can't have any grade lower than your third quarter grade. So if you pass, I had 5 A's and a B. So, like, I could really just not do work the rest of the year if I didn't want to, but my grade can't drop for not doing it. But kids who had lower grades, they can also raise theirs. So, like, I see that as a more positive way of doing it. But I personally don't like that straight pass.
I mean, in my opinion, I feel like it's good and bad. Like the good reason is that everyone could just pass their grade and like it's good. But it's also bad because no one's gonna be learning like anything, and then by the time school comes around again, like everyone's not really gonna know like what to do because they just were just sitting around on their phones and doing nothing, or not on phones. They were just chilling on the couch. That's it.
So, speaking about like the curriculum and stuff, I know at MIT there's been talk of for the last like PR to just have reassessments and go over things that we learned before this whole thing happened instead of like learning new things. Do you guys think that's a good idea to just stop learning new material in order to, you know, have a better passing rate and make sure that no one gets left behind through this like distance learning? Or do you think that we should continue learning new things to expand, I guess, everyone's knowledge?
Because if we just keep on learning this same exact thing over and over and over, like people's gonna be getting bored and they won't like to do any of the work. But a lot of students learn differently. Personally, I like to be hands-on. Like I like to be like in front of the teacher, her teaching me. That's how I like it. But a lot of students also like it through their phones, like how everyone's doing right now. But for those students that like to be hands-on, like me, those are gonna be kind of a struggle. But if they could find a way to like do office hours, like how some teachers are already, but not all teachers are doing it because it's, I guess, too much for them or something like that, it'll be better.
Honestly, I think it's okay to learn new things because for me, I get bored easily. So if I go back to something that I don't remember anything from, then I'm just going to be sitting there like, then what's really the point? I mean, I get that it's called a reassessment for a reason, but I want to move forward. I don't want to keep on learning the same thing and then go into my senior year like, oh, I didn't even touch that, you know? So.
Going off of that, I feel like a lot of teachers are going to be understanding of what we've gone through. I mean, we just lost like 2.5, 3 months of school. So I think it's smart to go along with teaching what was supposed to be taught, you know, the rest of the school year. But I also think teachers are going to realize that we weren't in class and you're not going to retain as much information most likely. So I think it's smart to continue on because if we're just given the same work over and over again, you're going to stop after a while.
It's a good idea to keep going because if we stop, think about it. We don't even know if next year when school starts, if we're going to be in quarantine still. So if you think about it, you go in without the missing information from like a whole month worth of knowledge. What are they going to do? They eventually are going to have to teach you new things. They can't say, oh, well, they just graduated and some got promoted, so let's teach them from last year. They're not going to be able to do that. They need to continue from what they originally had in plan to be able to do next year because I feel like the passing thing is only focusing on now and not focusing on later. And what matters, obviously now matters, but later also really does matter because for whoever is 11th graders are going to be seniors, and seniors is one of the hardest, people say, but people say now is the hardest if you're junior. But for the seniors that are going to graduate and aren't going to college, like it's not going to affect them or anything because they're not going to continue. The passing will only help certain students, if that makes sense.
So obviously there's a lot of disadvantages, technical issues, not having access to internet or just things like smartphones, laptops, tablets, etc. Obviously this is a bigger challenge and for people who are lower income and who are just in poverty and stuff like that. And a lot of us may know people like that. Do you think that it's something that schools should take into consideration, or even the government, to help out people who maybe don't have like access to technology? Should they be helping, or should they just kind of give them like a little pass and say it's fine, it won't affect you? What do you think the government or the schools could do?
I think the education system should have a plan on situations like these.
I feel like Governor Newsom, like overall for California, has been doing pretty well. But I feel personally like the two need to work hand in hand. I mean, that's just personally what I feel like, at least for us, California, because I think that if they don't work hand in hand, then stuff could get messed up like throughout the long run, especially when you go to like accreditation and stuff and making sure all that gets handled. I think overall it just needs to go hand in hand. I don't think it's any one specific like organization's job right now.
So going back to like the distance learning stuff, I guess, what's one thing that you wish you could change about like the whole thing? Whether it be completely stop it and just end school early, or little like technical things that you wish were different, like to make this whole experience easier, because it like learning is already enough stress, and especially now that we have to worry about our health. What's one thing that you think could make this whole thing easier for you guys?
I mean, one thing for me would be less assignments, because each of my teachers, they literally give us like 15 assignments, at least 15 assignments each, which is like a lot of assignments. Yes, a lot of assignments for like just for one class. Like my math teacher, like she had gave us work for only 1 week, but within that 1 week we have to do 25 assignments. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like if anything, she should only do like one assignment per day or something like that, because that's way too much. It's like that's way too much stress. That's number one. Number two, like she doesn't even give no videos to like learn about or nothing. She just gives us assignment to make us actually do the work.
I think our counselor situation needs to switch up a little, because like I've been able to talk with my counselor, but I know not a lot of people have. And when we were coming back from spring break, and like what was supposed to be like the weeks before it was supposed to be getting our schedules in check, and now there's like a whole bunch of like confusing stuff that they're giving us, and I'm hearing different things from different people, like teachers and counselors, and then people above the counselors. And I don't know, I feel like their communication skills out to families and students needs to be better overall right now.
Communication, obviously, like Madison said, is very important. Do you think that it's going to be really hard going into next school year, like the communication, or do you think it'll be situated by the summertime, let's say?
Wait, communication between teachers or like?
Yes, between teachers, and like how, because we don't even know for sure if we're gonna have to go back to school next year. So if worst comes to worst, if this continues, do you think that this will be enough time for teachers to get a lesson plan ready by then? Like, is this something that they should take more seriously, like the possibility of us not going back to school?
It should be considered, but I don't know, something in my mind just tells me that we're going to be able to go back if people stop going out like nobody's business. But anyway, I think that they should definitely take this time to like figure out ways to be somewhat interactive through internet, because it's really hard as of now to really talk to our teachers, because it's a lot. But yeah,
I don't know how the other schools are, but Bethel's communication just like out to students and families has already like, it's always just kind of been like we've always had issues with it overall. So I mean, I think they could take this time and make it better, but I think they're like stressing over so many other things that it won't really improve that much, because they rolled out this new thing like right beforehand, Parent Square. I don't know if any other of the schools use it. The only reason my mom found out was because she like was just scrolling through something and happened to see it, and that's where they've been putting out all the information. Like, I don't think they've even been sending out any more emails anymore about it. And that's enough right there. There's a lot of information going out on that. And if you're not going to send it out in emails or anything like that anymore, and you're not giving out the proper communication right now, then why are we to believe that you're going to get better over the summer?
Is there like any specific thing that you're worried about or that's concerning when it comes to talking about distance learning? Like anything that comes to mind?
Probably the testing for SAT and the AP test that I had. Pretty concerned about that, but hopefully it goes well. I don't know how they're gonna do it though. Well, it's online, but I don't know how it's gonna go. But I'm concerned about that. But other than that, I'm pretty fine with everything that's going on.
I mean, all of my teachers said that it's gonna be no more testing for the rest of the year, so I'm good.
And my AP teacher has also been like really good at changing our lesson plans, but it's also really stressful because we spent the whole year preparing for how the test was, like Madison said, and now it's something completely different. And honestly, I feel like AP, like, and College Board and whatever tests that we have to take, if we do take them, I think that they should be more lenient, I guess, and more considerate of the fact that we might not do as good as we would have done if if this never happened. But I don't know. That's just me. Like, I don't know. Okay, well, thank you everyone for participating, and thank you everyone for watching or listening, whatever you are listening to us on. We really appreciate it, and we hope that you stay safe during these times. Please don't go outside if you don't have to. And teachers, education system, please cut us some slack. This is hard. Okay, thank you.